My brother and I got lost in the woods, so he hid me behind a tree. My brother and I love hiking. Growing up in the Pacific Northwest, we spent countless weekends exploring dense forests and picturesque trails. It was our way of bonding, a tradition we carried into adulthood. But nothing could have prepared us for what happened on our last hike. We set off early, the morning sun filtering through the thick canopy above. The trail was one we hadn't explored before, supposedly leading to a stunning, hidden waterfall. Armed with our trusty map and a sense of adventure, we were ready for anything, or so we thought. A couple of hours in, we reached a fork in the path that wasn't marked on our map. After a brief debate, we chose the left trail, convinced it was the right direction. It wasn't. As the hours passed, the trail became less distinct, the forest thicker and more oppressive. We tried to retrace our steps, but everything looked the same. Panic began to set in. Our phones had no signal, and the sun was starting to set. We were well and truly lost. We decided to keep moving, hoping to find a landmark or an area with cell service. That's when my brother fell tumbling down a hill and out of nowhere fell into a small cave with mushrooms and moss everywhere. I froze, my heart pounding. My brother laying there senselessly, and I just called out to him, but no response. After what felt like an eternity, he called out my name and said, "A little help, please." I quickly grabbed him out. When I picked him out, he had a bunch of little flowers on him shaped of hearts. That just made me feel so tingly. Anyways, I put him in a spot to rest, our nerves frayed. My brother decided we needed to leave a mark, something to guide us if we had to retrace our steps again. He took out his pocket knife and gave it to me. I walked over to a nearby tree. With swift, deliberate movements, I carved a large X into the bark. But as I worked, I heard footsteps louder and closer. I turned around, my brother looked at me with dangerous intentions. He grabbed my buttoned-up shirt and popped it open, revealing my double D cherries. I dropped the knife and he pulled me behind the tree, whispering demandingly, "Don't move." My brother and I got lost in the woods, so he hid me behind a tree, part 5. On the third night, things took a turn for the worse. I felt like the feeling was never going to go away. The encounters with my brother have been more aggressive than before. This time, the wrestling in bed seemed bolder. My brother and I decided we couldn't stay any longer. By that, I mean we wanted to have a kid and move away from our family. So we packed up our gear and made our way back to the trailhead as quickly as possible to get home and claim all our belongings. As we neared the camper, we saw the park ranger from a distance. He didn't see us, but he was talking to an older guy and lady. We were around 5 feet away from them, hiding behind a trash can. My brother had the brilliant idea that he wanted to practice making a child then and there, so yeah. I couldn't help but start making some noise while there was a 8-inch cucumber inside the donut. We could only hear the park ranger exclaiming, "What is that noise?" moving closer to us as my brother just kept pounding. What felt like a gallon, we quickly pretended like I had fallen, and as soon as he reached here, we just looked sweaty as we just finished a long hike. He didn't ask questions, he just asked if I was okay. We exclaimed yes, and that we on our way out. So we jumped into the camper and sped away, leaving the forest behind. To this day, we don't know whether to go back in those woods. But one thing is clear, we'll go back if we run out of that plant. My brother and I have 2 beautiful daughters named Lily and Rose. We'll never forget those beautiful flowers again. Follow for more stories. My brother and I got lost in the woods, so he hid me behind a tree. Part 3. After our fun ordeal in the woods, my brother and I couldn't shake off the need to understand what had happened. We had heard rumors about the plant known as horny goatweed growing in the region, since my brother found one small cave filled with mushrooms. Our curiosity got the best of us, especially after he blew out my back like that. So we decided to go back and spend a week in the woods to study it. As we drove, I couldn't help but to be all over Jake. So I had to give him the slurp, gurt, glizzy gobbler throat swirl as he drove. We arrived early in the morning. I was wearing just a black sports bra and tight shorts because it was around 103 degrees. The forest was looking very deceptively serene under the clear, sunny sky. We parked our camper near the trailhead and started our hike, equipped with better maps, GPS devices, a tent, and enough supplies to last us a week. We were determined to find the plant that my brother used on me and understand more about the effects. The park ranger, who had helped us previously, warned us that the area had been closed off due to the overgrowing of the plant. See, we needed to sneak in. We trekked deeper into the forest, following a path we had marked on our previous visit, the Big X. It wasn't long before we reached the area where we had encountered the cave. This time it felt different, romantic, almost unnaturally so. We set up our camp near a cluster of caves that we believed housed more of the horny goatweed. The first day went smoothly. We went down into the small crater, collected samples, took notes, and even managed to find a few patches of the plant. It was fascinating how quickly we felt the effect. Before I could take some more and put my journal in my bag, I was forced against the side of the rock. You can guess what happened next. Follow for part 4.